Now, more people in London will go to church this Christmas than any other city in Britain. A Sky Data survey suggests that young people are least likely to attend a Christmas survey. Just 3% of 18 to 24-year-olds. Well, across all age groups, nearly 1 in 10 of us will be in church on Christmas Day itself. But in London, that figure rises to 14%, making the capital the most godly city in Britain, although the survey doesn't include Northern Ireland. Well, Jack Valero from Catholic Voices says it's a lack of trust that's putting people off religion, particularly the younger generations.
I think young people relate to integrity and connection, you know, and there's been a lack of trust in institutions this year, I think, whether it's the churches or the police or politicians. And I think this also affects us. How do we regain this trust? I think it's really important. And it's only people in the church who have integrity who are going to attract back the young people.
Let's speak to the Reverend Simon Durrant, who's the vicar of Christchurch, Roxeth, and he joins me from Harrow in North West London. Thanks very much for joining me on Sky News tonight. Are you surprised by these figures at all?
Well, it's good news to celebrate, and I'm glad that people come to flock to church to celebrate on Christmas. So not entirely surprised.
Yeah, but London, I mean, I say of all places, but you think London, you think maybe a party city, maybe a city where people are too busy to take time out for God, for church. So are you surprised by that element of the survey showing that Londoners will be more likely to go to church on Christmas Day than any other city in Britain?
Well, I think there's something in all of us that's looking for something of the hope, the peace, the love that Christmas represents. And I think whatever your background, whatever your occupation, whatever your lifestyle, there's something in the Christmas story, there's something in that it represents that draws people. And the whole essence of the Christian message and Christmas is that it's God with us, who joins us in whatever struggles we're going through, in whatever tragedies we might face. We have a God who understands and who came to be with us. And I think that just draws people, whether people realise it or not. And we welcome in the churches, we want to open our doors to people of all different backgrounds. And so, yeah, Christmas is a great time to do that.
I mean, something that isn't too surprising is the fact that young people you're still struggling to get more young people to attend Mass. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think that idea that people are looking for integrity and authenticity. I think people need to hear the stories of the way the church is trying to authentically help those most in need, the vulnerable, the homeless, those struggling with debt. Those are all things that we as a church try to do. And I think when people get the sense that there is something being lived out about our faith, then that is attractive. And I think particularly for young people, they've got it, that's really strong on their radar. We hate hypocrisy, we hate all the spin that goes with it. And I think when people actually come into a church and meet real, genuine community, it's more than just a warm, fuzzy feeling. It's about that love and hope and peace. And I think that's infectious. And we're just only too glad to share that with people, whatever age are there. But I think particularly young people are looking for that in a big way.
Well, it's very interesting, Theresa May's Christmas message this year as Prime Minister, saying that really we should focus and take pride on our Christian heritage. What are your thoughts on that? She's, out of all the other main political leaders with their Christmas message, she's the only one that's really focused on religion. Do you think it was right for her to do that?
Well, we do have a wonderful Christian heritage, and I think it's only right, it's only good and proper when we're building on that heritage for good, when we're compassionate people, and particularly when the church is seen to be doing good and reaching out. I don't think we need to be ashamed of that heritage, and certainly for Christians like myself, it's great to be in a place where we can celebrate and live out that faith. And you know, our hope is that we can do that in a way that is safe. And that is, we don't want to suffer persecution for that, as any other faith doesn't. So I think if we can be a country that celebrates faith, and particularly these festivals, then it's good for everyone, really, because we don't want to be closing down the hatches as we celebrate together as a nation.
So talk to me about your church then. Do you find over the Christmas period you do get more people attending Mass, or are you seeing figures decline?
Yeah, so last weekend we had a big Carols by Candlelight service in the evening, and we probably got kind of double the number of people we normally get on a Sunday morning, for example, but people of all ages. And in fact, I was just looking at the books earlier, and we've seen certainly the under-16s rise by 25% over 2 years. So there's definitely things happening. Just earlier today, we had a Bethlehem market where we got people wandering around the church, exploring the Christmas story together. Tonight, we've got a traditional midnight service. And so in all these ways, we can, there's something for everyone, because there's something for everyone in the Christmas story. So certainly we see more people coming in, and that's great. And we long to open the doors to people to celebrate together.
OK, Reverend Simon Durrant, good talking to you. I'll leave you to prepare for the Christmas period. Good talking to you. Thank you.
Thanks, mate.